Hey guys, thanks for watching. Please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and all our social media platforms at Phenoboxing. You can follow my personal social media at Adriana_sports. Enjoy.
He is a 2012 United States Olympian. He is 26-0, 17 knockouts, WBC, WBO junior welterweight champion of the world. He is also attempting to become the first man of Mexican descent to be undisputed champion here in the four-belt era. Of course, I'm talking about Jose Carlos Ramírez from California's Central Valley, proudly representing California's Central Valley, where he has done so much great humanitarian work over there. So Jose, welcome. Thank you for joining us today. And can you just first start off with, now that it's fight week, and now that you're, 4 days away, how real does this fight feel? I mean, now that we're in fight week and we're in the crux of everything.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting, and again, I'm taking things day by day, and making sure everything, my body, my recovery, my weight's good, and I feel really composed. I feel like I trained really, really good. Training camp went the best way it could have gone, and I did everything as perfect as I could, and we're ready. We're ready to just go in that ring Saturday night and perform. It's gonna be a great fight.
And we have a lot of questions in the queue, so I'm going to try and get to as many people as I can, but obviously Jose's got a schedule to keep, so we can't keep him here forever. We will start with Keith Idek. Keith, please unmute yourself and go ahead.
Hey, Jose. I'm just wondering, when you fought Jose Zepeda, obviously it was a close fight, southpaw. What did you learn from that fight? Not that they fight necessarily the same way, but what did you learn from that fight against a southpaw that you can apply against Josh Taylor?
Well, Jose Zepeda, he's a southpaw, but he's a very crafty, difficult style. He's really low, and he comes in a way, he was a little careless in the way he walked. He came in, and I got caught with a couple headbutts. And I myself like to fight low sometimes, but he was his style was a little difficult, more than what I expected. But I faced many southpaws in my career as an amateur and my professional level. So him and Taylor are completely different fighters.
Is Zepeda trickier than Taylor, or vice versa, or how do you look at it?
Yeah, I would say, I'm not saying he's a better fighter than Taylor, but saying his style was a little more difficult, But once I put my punches together, I was able to take him behind the ropes and take advantage and finish strong. But Taylor's taller. Taylor, he's more of a in and out boxer. He could let his punches. He could let his punches go on the inside when he faces opponents that try to come in the inside. But they're completely different.
And just one last question, Jose. Obviously, if Zepeda wins on Saturday on the undercard and you win, he's a mandatory for you to fight him again. What do you think about a potential rematch against him at some point?
Yeah, why not? I wouldn't care.
All right, thank you very much, Keith. Now, El Mundo Chicago, Raul, and Jose Gardy, if you're there, Raul is going to be asking the question in Spanish. So we will have Gardy translate it for everybody on the chat. Go ahead, Raul.
Awesome. José, ¿cómo te va? Saludos. Antes que nada, quería comentarte cómo te sentiste en este campamento y especialmente pues ya para este reto que significa Taylor, que pues obviamente sabemos que es un boxeador de calidad.
No, me siento en primer lugar muy, muy bendecido, ¿no? De llegar tan lejos y es un gran honor, para mí ser parte de una pelea tan grande, tan importante para el boxeo y la verdad el campamento me fue muy bien, me sentí muy motivado, me sentí emocionado, entrené fuerte, creció dentro de mí, de dar lo mejor de mí cada sesión de entrenamiento que hacía y primero Dios, vamos, todo el sacrificio, todo lo que hice, se va a mirar el 22 de mayo.
I feel very blessed and honored to be part of such a big event as this one. You know, as the days went by in training camp, my desire to keep getting better and win, keep growing and growing, and I know that you're going to see that on Saturday night.
Thank you very
Jose,
much.
Can I
Sorry.
just get one more in, Evan, real quick?
Yeah, one more, Raul.
Okay. José, has ido mejorando pelea por pelea. Ahora, ¿qué podemos esperar de ti este próximo sábado pues, ante un peleador como Taylor?
Sí, yo creo que un peleador como Taylor va a sacar hasta cosas mejores de mí, porque él es técnico y cuando te enfrentas con un boxeador más técnico, se ven las cosas más claras y se ve la pelea más limpia. Y van a poder ver las cosas pequeñas que van a demostrar la experiencia que tengo yo como boxeador. Y van a poder mirar mis habilidades y espero lucirme porque va a ser contra un gran boxeador. So, más crédito para mí.
Gardy?
Yeah, so I feel honored and of fighting such a great fighter like Josh Taylor. I know he's going to bring the best out of me, and I'm going to show the little things that I've been working on, and you're going to see that on Saturday. I know everything will come out on Saturday night, and against a great fighter like Josh Taylor, so that's going to be more credit to me.
All right, thank you very much, Raul. We've got a ton of questions in the queue, so I'm going to limit it to one question per reporter, so that way everybody, as many people can get a chance to ask a question as possible. Jeremy Harridges, please unmute yourself and go ahead.
Hi, Jose. Thank you for taking the time to talk. I know in some of the media quotes building up to the fight, you've talked about being the underdog in the past, and you're aware that many people are picking against you. Does that ever surprise you, considering all that you've accomplished and the numbers on paper, the experience? How do you view that, and why do you think people are picking against you?
I'm not really sure. I've never been a big fan of opinions such as who's the best out there, who's a better fighter between one or the other. When you look back when boxing was more alive in the 60s, and everybody faced each other, and one would beat the other guy, and the other guy would beat the other guy, and they were all winning against each other, beating against each other, and styles, were sometimes a certain style was more complicated than the other. So in boxing, I felt like people have forgotten that. I think they don't understand that in this sport, every fight's gonna be, especially in this level of competition, every fight's gonna be tough. So I always train like the underdog. I always train like this is the most important fight, and I have to. I cannot afford to lose. So I have that mentality in me that I cannot afford to lose, and I'll find a way to win. And I'm very composed. I'm not paying attention too much of that. Never have, and I'm going out there just hoping to bring the best out of me and hoping to show my skills the best way I can.
Thank you very much. As a reminder to everybody who's asking in the chat, as I mentioned before, after it's done, this chat will be available on the Top Rank YouTube channel. Feel free to use content, take content from our channel for your channel. Happy to do that. So there's the answer to the question that everybody keeps asking me in the chat. If you joined me in the beginning, you would have known that, but I gotta let the stragglers know as well. A couple of UK questions we have coming in here. I feel it's only fitting to get to a couple of people from across the pond. Boxing UK, you are up. Go ahead when ready.
Hi, Jose. It's Steve from Boxing UK.
Hello, Steve.
Hi, Jose. Obviously, over here in the UK, Jose, everybody knows an awful lot about Josh Taylor, and we can make an argument as to why Josh will win on Saturday. What can you tell us about you, and can you tell UK fans why you'll be the best man on Saturday?
One thing, I've been preparing for this fight all my life since the age of 8 years old. first and foremost, I've always respected the sport of boxing very, very much, and I'm a very dedicated person to the sport. I also respect the sport and everyone who participates in the sport of boxing, including all my opponents. And I'm happy to see that Josh Taylor has the support that he does from the UK. That's the way he should be. We go through a lot. We sacrifice so much. We put our lives on the line to entertain you guys. So the least that we could expect is some support back, So I'm happy to hear that he has a lot of support. I'm just a very determined fighter, and I feel like a great fighter like Josh Taylor was going to bring the best out of Jose Ramírez. I'm very well prepared. I'm very confident with my skills. I'm a man of faith, and I'm gonna push myself, and I'll find a way to win on Saturday, May 22nd.
Thank you, Steve, from Boxing UK. We go back to the UK. A lot of Brits, a lot of Scots here in the chat, as to be expected. Jonathan Nagyoff, please unmute yourself and go ahead. Very nice looking lounge chair you have there, Jonathan. More comfortable than when I'm sitting. So good work on the lounge chair, sir. Go ahead.
Hi, Jose. Josh has spoken of sort of the significance of winning this fight, not only becoming undisputed champion, but emulating what Ken Buchanan did as a Scotsman. For you, what is the significance not only of winning this fight, but other than just the belts?
Yeah, this is a fight that's gonna bring a lot of glory to myself, to my family, and it's gonna make me the first Mexican fighter, Mexican descent, Mexican American fighter to become undisputed world champion in the history of boxing. So this is a historical fight for me as well. This could open up doors for the Hall of Fame for me in the future. This is something that that will put me in the books as one of the best to ever put some boxing gloves. This is a big fight for me, and it's a fight that not only brings glory to the Mexican people in Mexico, but also to all the hardworking immigrants in the United States, as I'm a proud immigrant myself.
And thank you for that. And we'll go to our next question in a second. As a programming reminder, both episodes of Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Ramírez versus Taylor, are now available on Top Rank's YouTube channel. They both premiered on ESPN2, so that's a two-part behind-the-scenes look, 24/7 style of this matchup. So please give that a look. And as mentioned, this camp, Jose obviously is the son of farm workers, worked in the fields himself growing up in Central Valley. And during this camp and during the pandemic, he's done a lot of work out in the community, both to give the farm workers supplies and things they needed to get through the pandemic, and is working with local leaders and politicians to inform farm workers about the importance of getting vaccinated and keeping that community safe. So a couple of things Jose has been working very closely on in this camp. So he's fighting for a lot, fighting for his Mexican people, fighting for his people in the Central Valley, as he always does. So we are going to go now to Jose Camarillo. Jose, please unmute yourself and go ahead.
Sí, ¿qué tal todos? Hi, everyone. Para José Carlos Ramírez, está rodeado de familia michoacana. Eso es el nombre aquí de una banda no muy bien vista, o sea, gente que no es buena, pero en este caso la familia michoacana, me refiero a que los García, desde su papá, todos ellos están arropándote. Eso es una inspiración más que sea que el papá de ellos, de los García, también sea inmigrante, que tus papás son inmigrantes. Lo mencionaste tú ahorita, que eres un orgulloso hijo de inmigrantes. ¿Qué me puedes decir esto en cuanto a que te sirva a levantar más tu espíritu para la pelea?
What can you say about getting the support of the Garcia family, from Robert to Big G, everyone supporting you, and also they also becoming from immigrant parents like yourself? Do you think that's gonna lift you up with that support to get the big win on Saturday?
Sí, la verdad, para mí es un orgullo. En primer lugar, es un orgullo llevar la sangre que llevo yo. Mi apellido, mi familia me han dado me han dado mucho ánimo, me ha dado mucha fuerza de reconocer que mi familia fue una familia muy trabajadora, muy fuerte. Y la familia de Roberto pues es muy similar. Ellos entienden la vida que yo viví de chicos porque fue muy similar. Como lo dicen, ellos también inmigraron del estado de Michoacán y somos paisanos, pues. Y la chemistría que tenemos nosotros es como una familia grande. Y me da gusto saber que ahí está toda la familia García apoyándome a mí. Eso me motiva mucho, porque durante todo el campamento ellos estuvieron ahí conmigo, motivándome y sacando lo mejor de mí.
I feel very proud of the blood that runs through my veins. You know, I feel very proud of my last name, of my family, everything that we represent. We came migrated from Michoacan, and we have been always a very hardworking family. And about the Garcia family, you know, they also came from Michoacan as my family, and it's great to have the support from them. You know, them motivating me every single day, you know, just to achieve my goal of becoming undisputed champion.
Gracias.
Thank you very much. Erica Montoya, please unmute yourself and go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon to everyone. Mi pregunta, José Carlos, me gustaría que me explicaras. Tú dices que sientes muchísimo orgullo de llevar la sangre que tienes, pero para ti, ¿qué significaría convertirte en el primer campeón indiscutido con sangre mexicana? Vaya, ahora que todo el mundo compite por la posibilidad de tener ese tipo de distinción.
You said that you feel very proud of the blood that runs through your veins, but what would it mean to you to become the first undisputed champion of Mexican descent?
Será algo muy bonito, ¿no? De poderla representar, como te digo, mi familia, la sangre que llevo, los grandes guerreros que salen de México, la buena sangre que sale de allá. Será un sentimiento muy grande que todavía no me lo puedo imaginar muy bien hasta que se llegue el momento, ¿no? Pero espero traerles mucho orgullo y espero que estén todos contentos con mi presentación. Y yo creo que yo estoy dispuesto, ¿no? de compartir toda esta alegría con todo el público, con toda la gente mexicana, toda la gente inmigrante, toda la gente trabajadora que le gusta luchar. Quisiera yo compartir todo esto con todos ellos.
I think it would be a beautiful moment, you know, a beautiful experience. Right now, I cannot even imagine, you know, how will it be. But you know, as soon as it happens, I know it's gonna hit me, and I'm gonna share that moment and bring that happiness to all my people. I really hope that they are happy with my performance and that they're very proud of me.
All right, we one more question because Josh is about to log in. So we'll, I'll the people who were in the queue that couldn't get a question with Jose, I'll try and get you one with Josh as well. So I think it's only fitting that we close things off with Jose in the Central Valley with Mike Rueda. So Mike, please unmute yourself and go ahead.
Thank you, Jose, for taking time. Real quick, man. Obviously, you came from the Central Valley. You come from humble upbringings, and you know you've worked hard to get where you're at. Even your biggest dreams as a kid growing up, becoming a boxer, did you ever think that you would get to a point in your career like this, fighting undisputed in the biggest fight of the year so far?
When I first started boxing, I have no idea what the sport was going to do for me. I'm the first in my family to box. My parents, they were just so focused on working and providing for us. They wanted to make sure we had a good education. They wanted to make sure that we had a better life than what they did, and they didn't want us to suffer as much as they suffer. But the more I started winning as an amateur, the more I started making it to bigger tournaments and competing against the best amateur fighters. That's when I knew that the sport was going to do a lot for me, and that's when I knew that the sport was going to help me provide for my family and to be able to help out. I just wanted to return the favor. All the work that my father did for us, didn't go unrecognized. And I appreciated them so much that I wanted to give back and help them. And I told my father one day that one day he was going to be his own boss, so he wasn't going to have to work again. So, those were the goals that kept me in the sport of boxing, pushing myself to become the best. And I'm grateful and honored to be in this level of competition. I really am. I really feel like a blessed man. Now I have my own family of my own, and I'm able to give them privileges that never thought I was going to be able to give them, and I'm very thankful for that.
And that'll wrap up the Q&A with Jose. We have Josh Taylor on the line. Josh has a very interesting. Josh, before I let Jose go, Josh, are you there, Josh?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Jose, what do you think of Josh's conference call outfit here today? Josh, you're very relaxed. You got the shirt off. Was that you couldn't find the tank top, Josh?
Yeah, I'm just there, out the back, chilling out in the sunshine, enjoying some sunshine. Yeah, I'm chilled out here. I just can't wait to get going on Saturday. So all the hard work's done, everything's done. So yeah, I'm chilling out in between a little bit of a session later on, and yeah, just chilling out, enjoying myself.
Hey, Jose, why didn't you come with this? Why didn't you come with this sort of outfit? I think it was Nike Boxing made you wear the hoodie, right? Otherwise, you would have been like Josh, shirts off and stuff, right?
No, I'm just comfortable. I got the AC on. It's and it's a sunny day here in Riverside, but I'm inside, I'm indoors, and I wanted to be comfortable myself with the sweater. But there's times that I take off my shirt and just be relaxed. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, listen. I think Jose's saving that for the weigh-in. Jose, yeah. Any final comments?
I'm just at the back here trying to get a good tan. That's all it is.
there's nothing wrong with that, man.
Well, Jose, you're from the Central Valley, where
I'm like pale blue. I'm like a bottle of milk. I need to get some colour before I go back to Scotland.
Yeah. So Jose lives in the Valley, where it's sunny about 340 days a year. Josh is from Scotland, where it's sunny, about 34 days a year. So he's got to get the tan in before he heads back to Scotland.
Enjoy the sun, definitely.
Well, listen, Jose, thank you so much for joining us today. We're all looking forward